Welcome to Chalk Talk, Danville Public Schools weekly news magazine. I'm Diane Locker, your host. We're going to be talking this week about a part of Danville Public Schools that you don't necessarily think about when you go Danville Public Schools. You think K-12 and what's going on with the young kids, the kids graduating. What we're going to be talking about this week is a very important program that we have here in Danville Public Schools, and that is what I'm going to call right now our adult education program. Now, Daphne Wall is our coordinator of alternative programs, and our adult education comes under that title. Now, Daphne, did I put that right and say that the adult education program, is that exactly what we call it?
Yes, the Career in Adult Education program is here on the Langston campus, and we have several programs that we'd like to highlight today.
That's what I want to talk about. We say career in adult education, but we've got a lot of things going on under that title. I want to talk about the one that's probably talked about the most, but doesn't the GED program come under that title?
Yes, it does. And so today I wanted to offer our program here to all of our viewers and to really talk about opportunities that we have for you, the viewer, and a lot of our parents and grandparents, hoping that they will come and take advantage of some of our programs.
Now, I think one thing, and you included it right there when you were talking, I think what's important is there's no age limit on this. You can't be too young to maybe, let's say, go into the GED program, and you can't be too old to get into some of our career training.
Exactly. And we start at 18, and we have lots of things that we can offer. I'm going to have some of the staff talk to you about that. I'm going to let you see some of the programs today. And I think it's important that our viewers know that while you are taking your children to school, in the Danville Public Schools, that you can come out and you can brush up on your skills. Maybe you don't have that high school diploma. You need to get that high school equivalency test. Maybe you want to brush up on some job skills. We can offer that here as part of the Danville Public Schools, and we would love to help you with that. It's very easy to get enrolled, and we want to offer that to you. And so we wanted to have an opportunity to share this with you today and to our viewers, tell you about our programs. There are three programs that I really wanted to highlight today. Of course, first is our largest program, which is the GED program, the Graduate Equivalency degree, and wanted to highlight that with you. Wanted to also highlight our ESL program, our English Acquisition program that is going on, and then wanted to talk to you about a new class that we're starting, which is the Virginia Placement Test and the class that goes along with that.
Let me go back to something that you said there, that if I'm bringing my child to school, I might want to brush up on some skills. I think majority of the time when we think adult ed, we always think we've got to go to night classes. What you're saying is that you've got classes going on while all of our students, K-12, are in school.
Exactly. We open here 8 o'clock on certain days, and we stay open on a couple days to 8 o'clock at night. So it's a great opportunity. When you drop your child off at school, you can come right over here to our Langston campus and get started in classes, and you mainly can fix your own hours. So we work around schedules that people, when they have part-time jobs or full-time jobs, that you can help. And, you know, we want to help our community, help you. We have the job market in the community is opening up. And, you know, although we've had some businesses close, we work with those businesses to help some of the employees that have been displaced brush up on skills. We help when workers, and that we're going to talk to you about the placement test that you can take here and the class that's going to help with that. If you don't have those skills high enough to get into some of the community colleges, that's a new class that we're going to be offering to help you raise those skills.
So basically what you're saying is that we've got programs that can help you get your high school education. We've got programs that can help you, let's say, sharpen your job skills. Let's say you're out of work and need to get back into the market, and when you go back into the market, maybe you're not way up there on the technology technology skill that you need now, we can help you with that. We can help you during the day, and we've also got some night classes.
And we have great teachers here that work with you, are very dedicated to our students. And I like to call them clients because when they come in, they are, they're very focused on getting that degree, getting that next step going into a workforce job.
Now, speaking of teachers, what I'd like to do now is I'm going to bring up Nadera Kingery. Is pronounced correctly?
Yes.
Nadera has been with our system for many years and is what you call the lead teacher.
She's a lead teacher. She has worked with many of our students, clients, knows a lot of the families in the community, and is just an asset to the program. She will help you get started in this program. Very easy to do. She's going to explain the 3 programs that that I have talked about, and I would again just urge, if you're viewing this, please contact our office. The number is 799-6471. Very easy to get enrolled. Call, come by, let us talk to you about the programs and the enrollment process.
Let me ask you one thing before I go to Nadera. Do you have a presence on our webpage?
Yes, we do. You can check out the webpage under the Danville Public School System.
Would that give a list of classes and things that are offered?
Yes, it does, and also we're currently trying to update that, and you can call or just stop by and pick up a brochure.
Sounds great. Let's get Nadera up here.
Okay, thank you.
Nadera, lead teacher.
Yes.
Tell me now, let's don't talk ages here, but I know you and I have been with the system for a long time, but you've been with the system much longer than me. I think you even retired, and like everyone else that retires in Danville Public Schools, you're back.
Yes.
Now, how long have you been with this, the adult education program?
Oh, now that is a hard question because I actually started with adult ed teaching computer classes at night while I was still employed with the Danville Public Schools IT department. So that has been probably 20 years with adult ed, at least 20 years.
20 years. So any questions that I have dealing with all these programs, you're going to be the one that can answer those for me.
I am hoping so.
All right, I want to start off with the GED.
Okay.
Now, I think the thing about the GED that everyone needs to understand is a lot of people think if I'm going to go, I don't have my high school diploma, I'm going to go get a GED. It doesn't mean that you're going to have to go to school for 4 years to get your high school diploma.
No, it does not.
Tell me how, let's say I don't have my high school diploma. What would the process be if I came to you and said, I want to get a GED?
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is to assess your skills, and that would be in reading and math. If those skills are high enough, I'm going to give you a practice test, a GED ready test. If you can score above a 450, then we're going to register you for your first test. There are 4 GED tests.
Now, all of this is done on computer now. I believe they
tests
switched
are on the
over
computer. They are.
4 or 5 years ago.
They are.
Everything's on computer.
Yes.
But what I think I hear you saying is that once you take these pre-tests, then the testing, I might test in and not have as much work to do as I thought maybe I was.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
That is correct. And if that's the case, we give the GED test here in this center 4 times a month.
Oh, okay.
So you could theoretically, if your skills are high enough, you could graduate in 2 weeks.
That should be some very good news to people out there.
Well, the best news about that is each test is $30. So to graduate, it's $120, for the 4 tests. But if you're studying and working with us, we pay for it. So it's free.
Okay, let's go back then. I can get into the GED program by taking tests, find
Correct.
out where I place. You will pick me up exactly where I place.
Correct.
And the cost to me is nothing.
Absolutely free.
I understand nothing.
If you want to get your GED on your own, so you register, you do everything all on your own, it will be $120.
If you did it all on your own, who are you doing it with? The state?
You're doing it with the Pearson View company,
Oh,
the
okay.
GED Testing Service. You would, create your own account, sign up for your test, pay for your test, take your test, do it 4 times, and you have your diploma if you pass each time. But
Once
with
I take-
us, we pay for it.
You do it in reading and math. If I take one of those and I'm deficient in that area, I make it in math, but I don't make it in reading. You will have classes here that will
Correct.
help me as an individual with my particular problems, not everybody doing the same thing.
Correct. What we have 3 or 4 morning classes. So for each grade level group. So if you're extremely low, working on your reading and math skills, then a little bit higher, we call those pre-GED classes. So you're working on social studies and science to get those skills up, because that's not something normally people do, is work on the social studies and science. And then we have the GED classes. So you're right there. We're pinpointing. We look at the practice test. We do a diagnostic. We look at it. We say, you need this. We do that, retest, and you take the test. And that's till 12 o'clock. But from 12 o'clock on to 4 o'clock on Monday and Wednesdays and 8 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have an open center. It's kind of like a library. The teachers are in there helping you individually. You're not into a class with a direct teacher. We have computer programs that can help you. Like I said, the teachers are there. And when you take another practice test and score above 50, we sign you up, you take the test.
I think one of the things that some people that may be out of work need to brush up on would be their computer skills. Now, it's been a while since I've been over here in the Adult Ed Center, but one thing I do notice that's new here to me, I don't know how new it is to you, we have quite a few computers around the room. How many computers do you have here for people? I mean, just roughly.
There's at least 20 in here, 9 in another room, and then 3 and 3. So
that's-
whatever. And we also have laptop carts. So if a teacher wants to have 20 in the room, she can roll the lap cart in, and every student can have a computer. So we have plenty of computers.
We have a lot of computers, but also we have different types of computers. I know the laptop ones are different than, let's see, the things that we see here. So if you are not proficient on computers, do we have any straight computer courses here in Adult Ed?
We have not had any beginning computer courses in a while, but all of our teachers can help you with any computer skills that you need.
Not only
our
helping-
program, we have computer programs. In other words, if you need to brush up on your typing, your keyboarding, we can put you on a keyboarding program.
But the one thing that, from what you said, not only am I going to get, let's say, more proficient on computers, I'm going to get experience on different types of computers, the laptops and then what we call desktops here.
Correct.
But there are plenty of those.
Yes.
Now, Daryl, what I want to do now is we're going to probably take a short break. But when we come back, now we've talked about the GED, but I believe there were 2 more programs we wanted to talk. The English as a second language.
Correct.
And what was the other one?
The Virginia Placement Test Class.
Okay, so let's go to a break, and when we come back, let's kind of maybe go over to your ESL class, start out there and talk about the other programs. Be sure to come back after the break and hear more about what we're doing here in Danville Public Schools with our adult and career education.
Hello, my name is J.D. Edmonds, and this is my wife.
Janine Edmonds.
I am the Barna Booster President, and I'm encouraging all you parents to get involved with your child's education, get involved with the community, and show your support for your kids' school.
Continue to be that bridge between the community, school, and family.
What's your name?
Maria.
Maria. And why are you in the class? Why did you decide to come here?
I want to learn English.
And where are you from?
Mexico,
Where in Mexico?
Durango.
Durango. Like that, like that. Okay. Your name?
Sandra.
And Sandra,
Yeah.
why are you in the class?
¿Qué estudio? for study for speak English.
This is almost like I'm giving everybody a test when I'm asking them and making them come back in English, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Where are you from?
Mexico,
Where?
Durango.
Durango.
Yeah.
Is this a relative or a friend? Did you know her in Mexico?
Friend.
Did you know her in Mexico?
I don't know.
Okay, we already know. Now you're from Mexico,
Yeah.
and give me your name again.
¿De dónde? Mi nombre, Viridiana.
I love this. I'm saying something and no one knows what I'm saying. And you guys are much better than me. I only speak one language. Actually, I'm bilingual, English and Southern.
Sorry.
Nadera, ESL.
Yes.
Give me the correct term for that.
Actually, we have a new term, ELA, English Language Acquisition,
Okay.
formerly known as ESL.
And as we just demonstrated here, these are mainly Spanish speakers learning English or getting more proficient at English.
We do have quite a few Spanish, but we have students from all over the world.
So it's not just Spanish to English.
No, it's all kinds of languages to English, but that is the purpose of the class, is to learn to speak English in conversation, learning vocabulary, learning syntax.
Making it easier for employment or just
Exactly.
easier to live.
Exactly.
Now, how many languages do we deal with?
7. So at least 7 languages, but again, the teacher is teaching in English.
Oh, absolutely,
They
absolutely.
are learning English, yes.
But I thought it was very interesting what your teacher just said. We have Japanese, here today, representing the people that are sitting here.
Exactly.
Japanese, you said French, and you said some Greek, Chinese. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. You don't.
And not only that, they have a great time in here. They really do. They eat, they party, they celebrate every holiday you can think of.
Wait a minute. You're not. This is not
They have
supposed
a
to be
great time.
fun. This
It
is school.
fun. They have a great time. You can see a piñata on the wall where they've played, and they do games, and they have
But
a lot of good fun.
The eating, the piñata, and the celebrating and things that you're talking about, that brings the cultural aspects into it, correct?
It does. And it brings the conversation that they talk about our culture and their culture.
Now, would it be wrong to say that when you do eat and you do those things, that culture comes into that also, and the different types of foods?
Absolutely.
And it's like me. I'm very proficient in menu foreign languages. If it's food, I can pretty much figure it out. And that's a way to learn.
Exactly. They have a great time in here.
Now, the English, the ELA, okay, ELA classes, are they daytime classes, nighttime? I know we're here in the daytime
They are
right now.
primary daytime. They start at 8:30 to 10:30, Monday through Thursday, so 4 days a week.
My name is Tomoyo.
Pardon me if I can't pronounce that. And why are you in the class?
I want to speak English.
Great. That's the same reason you're here, just learning to speak English?
I want to perfect my English.
You're doing good. Where are you from?
I'm from Togo, West Africa.
Togo?
Yes.
T-O-G-O?
Tiojo, West Africa.
How long have you been here?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
What do you think of this class?
The class is perfect. We love it. We love our teachers, and we learn what we want to learn. Thank you.
Love that smile. I didn't ask you where you're from.
I'm from Japan.
Japan?
Yeah.
Gosh, that sounds exciting. That was wonderful.
Isn't that cool?
It's very cool, but you can also tell I'm not very bilingual, But they were great. I mean, they're here, they're brushing up on their skills. But you also told me that some of them are like dual enrollees.
Yes, they can also work on their GED, and some of them think that's an important part of their new life here in Danville, is that they want to acquire their high school diploma. So they do that But the cool thing about it is that you can take the GED test in English or Spanish, but some of our students choose to take it in English, which is so cool. I cannot imagine trying to get my high school diploma
In
in
another
another
language.
language.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine how to do that.
But I noticed when I was interviewing them that they struggle to speak English. They're not shy about it.
They're not there yet. So that's what they're doing here, is so that they do not have to struggle with English when they go to stores and restaurants and a job or a job interview.
Well,
that
they are doing great and they're fun.
And I would like to add, our teachers do a phenomenal job with working with them. It's entirely different than standing in front of the room and trying to teach an algebra equation. Working with students that everyone in the room speaks a different language
different
than you do.
Oh yes, yeah.
But they do a phenomenal job.
Well, okay. Great job on GED. Great job, especially on ELA, English Language Acquisition, which is a new term for me. The one thing we have left now to talk about is another program you have. Now tell me what that was.
That is the Virginia Placement Test class.
Okay, and that sounds, I've never heard of that. Tell me a little bit, Virginia Placement Class. What am I getting placed for? What is the purpose of the class?
Some of our adult students who have not been in the high school setting, on a daily basis, decide that they want a new career, and they want to go to college. To get into college, especially Danville Community College or any community college in the system, they must take a Virginia Placement Test.
Now, you're talking about community colleges. That doesn't include other types of colleges and universities. This placement deals only with community colleges?
All colleges require a placement test, but this specific placement test is used by our community college system.
Okay. Let's pretend I'm applying to go to a community college. Now tell me where this placement class might come in.
Okay, let's say you want to get a career in welding, and you are going to apply to Danville Community College and start your welding classes in the fall. And you're going to take a placement test.
At the college?
At the college. We are starting a class now that will run through the end of June that you can come over here. We have purchased a new computer program that is specifically designed for the components on the Virginia Placement Test. And our teachers can assist you and work with you so that you can be prepared to take that test. If you've been out of school for 10 years and you're getting ready to go take a math test, you may be a little hesitant going, I don't remember any of my high school math. Come here, register with us, we'll put you in a class, and you can work on your reading and math skills.
Now, you said the example you used there was if you've been out of high school for a while. What if I'm just graduating from high school and I'm getting ready to go to the local community college? Is this something that I would want to do? Take this it's like preparing for the test.
That's all it is. You're studying. As long as you are over 18.
Okay.
The adult
Now-
ed program, you have to be 18. We do not service under 18.
Over 18.
Over 18.
I'm getting ready to go to the community college. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take a course to get me ready for that. I'll do some practice testing to get me ready for that test. How long is that course and how long is it going to take me to prepare?
That's going to depend on you.
So it's
Where-
not something I sign up for 6 weeks, 4 weeks, or 5 weeks. I come in until I feel proficient to pass that test.
Correct. We do not have a time limit. We would never, ever tell an adult student how long it's going to take you to do something, because each adult is different. We are not like the first graders, second grade, or third grade, where you have to stay in there for a year. You stay as long as you want to and as little as you want to.
In other words, you're going to stay until you're proficient or until you've just had enough.
Correct. We cater to you.
Okay. Now,
Your time, the amount of time, when you're available. We even provide bus tokens. If you have transportation problems, we will help you get here and home.
cost?
Free.
Okay, I like that. I like that one.
I do
like that,
too.
yeah. Now, how long have we been doing that particular program?
We have always done what we call brush up. So if someone wanted to come in and brush up on reading or math skills, we would always accept you as an adult to come in, start you where you are, and help you grow in your skills, math or reading. But this particular program is brand new because the region has purchased this computer program that is recommended that you use. So this is new.
Back up a little bit. The region has purchased, what do you mean by region? When you say region, that means there are other school districts that are doing this too?
Yes, we're part of the West Piedmont region. So this is also would be available in Martinsville, Henry County, Franklin County, Pittsylvania County. They also are part of our region.
Now, Dara, what I'm going to ask you a few things now, and it kind of goes back to the history of the program, the history of adult ed. Isn't another function, and we haven't talked much about it today, but the fact that we help businesses in training people or retraining people or training people in order to go into certain jobs, is that available here in adult ed?
It is. We have worked with businesses in the past. So if a business would like, for instance, they would like their employees or their pre-employees to work on their computer skills, we will design a class for them, create the class for them, promote the class for them, pay for the class for them, and have their adults come in and we will work with them.
That's great. I mean, you'll do the whole thing.
We do
You
the
work
whole
with
thing.
businesses, or you work with adults, or you work with people getting their GED.
We also have a young man that's employed by us that's here that will help students with their job interests, their job skills, help them write a resume, fill out a job application on a one-to-one basis.
This can be your go-to place for getting back into the workforce, getting into a community college. There are lots of things going on here.
Yes, and we are also partners with a lot of people. So if we can't do the job, we know who will.
I want to say to everyone out there, look at the web address that's on the screen, the telephone number that's on the screen. We've talked about a lot of programs, and we've also left out a lot of programs that I think are going on here. I want you to be sure that whatever question you've got, whatever age you are, whatever your goal is, at least give us a call. Go to the website, call us and see what we can do for you, because that's what the career in adult education is all about, is getting you where you want to be, whether that's into the community college, into college, or into a job. So be sure and contact us if there's anything that we can help you with. And I want to thank all of you for spending time with us this week. Be sure to come back next week.